Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so I'm going to get right into it. Y'all already know. I'm just going to do a rundown, brief review. But as y'all already know, welcome to All Over the Place Media. It's your girl, Blushay, and I'm going to get right into this little tea. I'm just going to see if y'all even care. Everybody is so hell-bent on trying to be an Ivory hater. Like, everybody is jumping on the Ivory hate train. Like, I understand she's not, like, probably, like, the best example, I don't know, of a girl, but I look at everybody on TV and all these girls we see in the same. Y'all on the same level. If y'all on the same show, y'all on the same level. I'm not talking about the behind, the scenes. I'm talking about on the surface level, what everyone can see. So y'all are all on the same show, battling like gladiators for clout and a chain, all right? All right, so everybody's jumping on the Ivory hate train. Okay, I thought it was worth to bring up a few things. Like I said, I don't pick sides. Like, I like a fair fight. I like to see a good fight, right? Just like anybody else probably would, unless you're just somebody who likes to cheat. But in this scenario where it's Lex and Ivory going back and forth, okay, from the beginning where their beef started obviously was dumb. Yeah, everybody felt like Ivory was trying to bully Lex in a sense, and are trying to now say that Ivory, that Lex has come up on top. We know Lex can fight, and we know Ivory can fight, but we're going to start going deeper than the surface level, and we're going to point out how Lex is way taller, which gives her way more of a reach advantage than Ivory, and we're going to go ahead and say that Ivory's heavier, bigger, and she has more weight on Lex, right? Now, everybody's getting up here doing all these comparisons, getting real into, the fight and getting into the beef. Remember, we're just the viewers. We're just supposed to be watching. All of the knick-knack, paddywhack that they get online explaining, that's just so we can get a clear view, not necessarily pick a side, because we still are going to be watching these two girls on screen. So even if you're like, oh, I can't wait, I want to throw something at Ivory right now for Lex, you can't do it. Even if you're like, oh, I want to jump in, you can't jump in. So just watch and just, see how things play out. Now, when it comes down to Ivory and Lex, right, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all my opinion, all right? Y'all ready for it? Yeah, here it go. It was a tie. What are y'all talking about? Do y'all remember episode where they got off the bus on Baddies and Lex and Ivory ran their runs?
I didn't just beat Ivory's ass. You feel me? I didn't just whoop her. But, you feel me? We're two people that both know how to fight. And she got hurt some hits into, but when it comes to like, it's like this and then it's like this. So I don't feel like I've just whooped her. You feel me? Ivy can still fight, for sure. Ivy can definitely still fight.
Did y'all forget that Lex was leaking from the nose? That she was all bloody and stuff?
Bring that ugly ass hoe out. Yeah. We get to the back of the house or whatever. Alexis step off the Sprinter van. Come. You know what time it is.
Yep, I need that. Come on.
What's up?
Come on.
Come on.
Head. Come on. Bitch. What are you talking about, bitch? What?
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out. Yeah, and you bleeding, bitch, and you leaking.
It's a nose ring. It's a nose ring. She got me good in my nose ring. My shit start bleeding, you feel me? Don't get it confused like she busted my nose. It was the nose ring, baby. Don't get it twisted.
Y'all remember that, right? Okay, didn't she say it was because of her piercing? Okay, me personally, I looked at Lex's piercing. She has double piercing, one on each side of the nose. She has a small one and like a little hook or something. So I can see how maybe it got snag pushed, something, but it wasn't going to be that bloody. I do understand the nose ring could bleed, but she got hit in that nose. That's why it was bloody. Nobody wanted to say that. Everybody acted like it was, not that. So now when it comes to Ivory getting punched, right, it's always that right eye. It's always that right eye getting, that good minking. Even E.T. got that eye.
That bitch shut my eye up on God. That bitch shut my eye up. My shit been watering for an hour, nigga.
Ivory don't care about war wounds. All right. She already said that ET got that eye. She got right on live after that fight and gave ET her props for getting that eye. Because Ivory was still stinging after that fight for that. ET didn't just get whooped. ET was throwing some punches too. And ET was, getting in there with Ivory. Naj said she don't even want to fight Ivory. She said,
They asked me to box Ivory. I said, boo, please. I'm not about to box that girl. Yeah. I need hands, feet, arms, elbows. No.
Nas, you
Come
have
on
to
now.
gain. You have to gain.
And me and her not even beefing. I'm just like, if I'm going to box it, I'm not like, no, please. I need to go train for about 5 months. I'll come back and maybe.
So you hear what Naj said. Naj don't even want to fight Ivory. So at the end of the day, it's just a war wound. Like, calm down. It's just a war wound, okay? If we're giving Lex leeway for getting jabbed in that nose and it was bleeding, we need to give Ivory a little bit of leeway for the black eyes. Why? Because she has piercings in her face too. She has implants in her face. If somebody hits you on your piercing in your face, y'all don't think it's going to bruise easy? Right? You can put makeup on that, but you can't put makeup on a bloody nose. Whether y'all try to say it's because of piercing or not. See, Ivory didn't even say anything about a piercing. Nobody said how Lex's nose was leaking for that long. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody moved a muscle because everybody was just looking like, oh, Ivory did it. Not a surprise. No. If y'all are saying that this is a good matchup, right, which I think that each of them have disadvantages in the fight, right, then pay attention to everything because these girls are neck and neck. These girls are fighters. These girls get in the field. We watched them battle this out. This was one of the top fights on Zeus. I don't care what nobody say. This fight, Ivory and Lex, and I don't mean to say this fight, these two fighting. Now, another thing that a lot of people are not really paying attention to, every time that Ivory begins to get the best of Lex, Zeus Security's on it. You know why? Because they know that she can get brutal. They've already watched this girl fight on screen for years. We haven't really seen Lex fight before Baddies, right? The auditions is Baddies. We haven't seen Lex fight before Baddies. So soon as they were having the heads up, it was that. Now, this clip where Lex said, yeah, fix that Band-Aid under that eye. When I say Ivory went crazy after that.
Yeah. Fix that Band-Aid under that eye, bitch. Oh, shit, Ivory. Ivory. Bitch, what?
And that's when she got Lex down on that couch and was about to go to Pound Town. Now, nobody want to say it. It is what it is, y'all. Why hate? Because we're going to see what happens, right? All right, so Ivory did not get that. Lex did not get that. Both girls wanted to keep fighting or were going to keep fighting. Now that Ivory found out that it was behind some bush and some behind the scenes where Natalie set up, oh, let's change the names on the room. It's looking like, so what we doing? Because Lex laying down on the bed playing in her face. Lex admitted herself in my other video. You can go and see Lex explained why she fought Ivory for the room. So she knows, obviously she's playing into it as TV. But just like you didn't want to be a quote unquote punk for a room that wasn't yours, why would you want Ivory to be a punk for a room, that wasn't hers? It just didn't make sense to me. It was like, what? Okay. Both of y'all, right, we know are not cool. Battling out for the room, y'all should have shocked everybody and did some dumb shit like rock, paper, scissors. You know what I'm saying? Just to shock people and be on some dumb shit, because I feel like the fight over the room, and especially now that we know it was set up and the way it was set up, it's kind of corny to me. Like, these girls is fighting for pride right now. It's two prideful creatures going back and back and back and back and forth doing Mink It challenge. So they're doing that obviously now because they have a point to prove. But do they really have a point to prove? Because then we just watch on TV, they say that was Ivory room and not Lex room. And whoever's room it was, like Lex said, weren't you going to be sleeping? You were going to be sleeping in it when it came down to it at the end of the night. So it came down to the camera. These girls know about on camera, off camera. They're not trying to look hold on camera, off camera. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but they did just have like a couple of little like fights, spits and spats. After Dolly, Edward Scissorhands broke all of them fingers, and she was in the kitchen yelling at Lex that time about, get out the room, you're getting out the room. She got PTSD from that. Also, Ivory was being cool with her. Remember, she got on the bus the tour bus when they were going to the booking after, and start talking to Lex and having dialogue, making dialogue between Lex and Paula, and like kind of talking about the whole Dolly Paula fight, why Lex didn't jump in. Okay, so we can see clearly, obviously, y'all are cool. There's been talks where Anna is saying that, Anna and Jayla are saying that off camera, Lex is saying, well, I think y'all are all cool. I want to be cool with y'all. And then when they get on camera, she said she doesn't want to be cool. So I think Lex is getting the media production thing a little bit too mixed up. Like, she claims to know TV very well. I think she's just an observer and she thinks she knows media. A lot of people claim they know media, but they don't have a background in media. You don't have to be a journalist, obviously, to have a background in media, but you have to know media to know media. And she's just looking at TV like a regular viewer. She's blurring the wrong lines. Like, you're sitting here saying you want to be cool with them when the cameras are off, but then when the cameras are on, allegedly, you're saying, oh no, I don't want to be cool with y'all, because they're giving you a little bit of the cold shoulder, or whatever the case may be. Just like Emma coming on here deciding, and this is random, but Emma coming on here deciding she's going to pick a fight with Scotty. You should have came on there. You could have came on there calling Tasiki boring. You could have came on there calling Anna boring. You could have came on there calling Jayla boring, right, with Lex, right? It's so many other people. You could have called Rolly boring. It may not have been true, but you saying Scotty is boring, knowing that she's on here with the CEO Lemmy. Why did you think that was going to work in your favor? You see what I'm saying? Pick your battles and be strategic. But if you just don't have that respect up front, you thinking you're the biggest, baddest contender, you're going to come in the house and knock somebody out their chair, like how she thought she was going to push Jayla out, and she's seeing that wasn't, in her favor. You're blurring the wrong line. So in these scenarios, I think she's blurring the line a little wrong. She's not really understanding TV like how she thinks she's understanding TV. She probably knows a thing or two, but don't get on here big-headed, because that's not the position. You don't want to be the big-headed one, because when you big-headed, you already know that's when the boss come and shut shit down. That's when a real boss start talking and telling you this is what it is and this is what it ain't. Wait. Like, come on now. Like, that. You already see what's going on with Emma. But anyways, back on her and Ivory. When it comes down to it, these are two good matches. Lex, just like in this still shot right here, she has very long arms. Her reach is very, 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 it's probably a third over somebody like Ivory. Look at her height and look at her arm span. And she ducking and dodging. So everybody want to say, oh, Lex whooped her. No, when it's time for Lex to swing, who is a big contender at this point, when it's time for Lex to swing, you see what I'm saying? Ivory has defense mechanisms. And yeah, she has to put her head down and run up on Lex, because she got to get closer to her, because Lex's reach is further. And that's very obvious, right? Next episode, I think they claim that it's going to be another 4 rounds. So Ivory said it's going to be another few rounds. They're really going to get busy with each other. And yeah, and she told fans that I guess after, that multiple rounds requests have been approved, because both of these girls been running them requests and approving them requests back to back to back to back. That now Lemmy got to pay her, $100,000 for the next fight. And I feel Ivory on that. See, Ivory's been on TV. Listen, I'm not no Ivory fan. I don't care what nobody say. I'm a Truth fan. Ivory's been on TV, right? She knows how this works, right? She knows more than Lex claims to know when it comes down to TV. That's why she's so upset with Natalie, because she can't believe that she pulled that so early as soon as she coming in, and she looking like it's supposed to be real.
Pick the toys up and go in your room. Like, what you talking about? Who else? Jaden, Akbar. Like, I was literally explaining to them every other day, like, how I didn't want to fight and I didn't want that image. Like throughout this whole season, I didn't want to fight and all of that. Like, I wanted to show a different side. And, like, even I told them that. Even Natalie. I told Natalie, like, I wasn't going to come tweaking, like, I wasn't going to throw pee on nobody. Shit like that. Like, I said I was going to behave myself. And then, like, even me telling y'all that, I still got played with. I still got put in a situation to crash out.
But she didn't expect somebody to do some kiddie game like that, and she's stepping to older females now. She is a level of maturity that they have. There's a level that they're at based on their age and seniority that Ivory is just not on. She's like 21 years old. So when it comes down to them contracts and stuff, she's able to see, like, listen, if I'm fighting, if I'm doing this, if I'm doing that, listen, you're not going to get to see that unless, you know what I'm saying? So Ivory is securing the bag. She's smart. She's moving the way she should move when coming to a bigger network like this. And that's how she should have had it set up over there. She should have said, hey, I'm a heavy hitter. I'm a top contender. Anybody want to get in field with me? I'm ready to do that match over on Now That's TV, and got paid for each individual fight ranking, not just for the TV shows and, not per episode and per screen time hours. We're talking about a check being cut every time her hand is connecting on somebody else who might be connecting on her every time she's fighting. So she's securing a bag. She's moving smart. She's doing what she needs to do. I really can't wait to see the growth of the show and see, because these shows, I think we on like 6 or 7. Anyways, whatever episode we on, they be running like 20 episodes for Baddies. So it's a lot of episodes. It's a lot more stuff that we're gonna see. And really just, lay back, chill back in your recliner. Sit back at your house on your nice couch, or with your nice throw covers and your pillows and your clean, pretty kitchen, and go get you a snack and sit back and relax, baby. You not in the show. This engagement, though, this is what really make the show. Like the blogs, everybody getting onto it. But sometimes I gotta remember, we not part of the show. We just watching. We just eyes. Yeah, these are regular people, but you could be that person if you want to go through everything they go through, and you try hard enough, and you make it to the auditions, and you see the way it go. But if you're not willing to do all that, and you're not really even got the energy or even care, not that you can't fight, not that you can't get up here and do what these girls do, but you ain't got the energy for that, or you got something you think better to do, whatever the case may be, or you don't want the fame, you don't want the clout, whatever. Just sit back and relax, baby. It's going to be a lot more matchups, and I have a feeling that Jayla and Lex are going to fight again. I don't know why. It haven't really been no talk. I know that Jayla and Dolly are going to get into it, or have got into it at the premiere and all of that. But I just feel like Lex and Jayla are going to fight again on this season. I don't know. But anyways, if it happens, you heard it here. All right, that's all I got, y'all. So we over here at All Over the Place Media. It's your girl, Blushay. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you care. And until the next video, I'll see you next time.